What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Miscreants podcast, the only podcast where I have to wait on my co host for an extra 15 minutes because his Wi Fi sucks like a potato. Joining me today is my co host, Butterbuns. It is just going to be myself and him tonight. So, what's going on, my dude?
Well, I'm really bad at getting both of us caught into a really good TV show.
Yes, yes, you are. This man has. I've accomplished nothing because he got me caught up in this freaking TV or this Netflix show. Oh my god.
This is the this is the first time I've fired up my computer in a week because of this
Yeah,
TV show.
since he hasn't fired this thing up since what last podcast is what you said?
Yup.
Yeah, we recorded last podcast, last week. I another on the same note actually. The reason I haven't posted gaming videos is because I work 50 hours a week now, so it's really hard for me to game and then edit and post a video, especially with me having my daughter as well. So super hard to do, and
Yeah.
I'm just tired all the time, and it's really difficult to get my lazy ass out of bed in the morning. So, but anyway, hopefully I'll be off overtime soon, and we can kind of start getting a little bit more gaming videos out. The most I can really do is the
Yeah,
podcast
true.
every week at the moment, but we will return. I will return. I promise. We'll be back. But anyway, let's start with it. Let's what we got. What we got.
Well, I think this has been the most stressful week for every American.
Absolutely. Every American this week is just the stress levels are high. I think
I
my
think my
anxiety
panties are all in a
levels,
wad, dude.
yeah, dude, my anxiety levels
Yeah, they're
haven't been this
tenfold.
high in like a long time. I didn't realize until what Wednesday is when it all started, or Tuesday or whatever, that like
Yeah.
how bad my anxiety levels were because I didn't also realize like how non anxious and non stressed I was with my current life, and then like that happened, the election shit, and I just realized
Mm-hmm.
how bad it got. Like it's really bad, very stressful for everybody. But
And I don't know if the rumors are true or not, but I'm hearing because I don't watch the news at all. I don't
yeah,
look at the news or
yeah,
anything.
I don't either. So
The only time I see stuff or hear stuff is either the occasional time I'm on the radio, which is very rare, or on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook. But apparently, Wisconsin and Michigan and I think Arizona and Nevada as well are getting like they're going through a lawsuit
that
for
they are,
voting
yes,
fraud.
they are because now I don't want to get in delve too much into the political shit because
Yeah.
it's just a touchy subject for everybody. But I do believe that I've heard. I'm not gonna say it's true, but I've heard that Wisconsin had like an extra 100,000 votes or some shit. I don't quote me on that. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I just heard. So I don't know. It's just a shit show regardless. And Nevada is counting like a fucking sloth. Like
Genuinely, they are
genuinely
taking their
like
time.
Sid the Sloth. Like the entire
So,
country
dude,
is basically
Georgia,
waiting on
Georgia's
Nevada.
the same way right now.
Yeah. Georgia, I actually looked at the vote count. Trump is only winning by less than 2,000 votes in Georgia. Like that is the closest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I just checked it actually. I think it's 1,000 vote difference right now.
Holy mother of God. You already know
Yep,
that's going to get recounted.
yeah, Pennsylvania is only at like 88%. I
Yeah, but he's
think.
up by like 80,000 votes
I
there
mean,
almost.
I can definitely
It's a
respect the
close
fact that they're
race.
taking their time though. They
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
make sure that they get it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Regardless of,
I mean,
our
whoever wins wins.
yeah, 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 absolutely. I mean, regardless of our views, like, Trump train 2020, but regardless of, what we think, whatever, whoever wins is going to win and we got to live with it. So,
Yep.
I mean, you can't really do anything about it. You just got to let people do their job, even though they're fucking slow at it. Hashtag Nevada.
Yeah.
But regardless,
And
let's.
and I mean, I don't want to narrow this down to just because like if Trump were to lose, because I mean,
It's a possibility,
That's where
yes.
I side with.
Yeah,
But I have genuinely, me and my brother and Jacob as well, we've all been discussing moving to literally like
Canada
Australia.
or Australia. Canada works. See, Australia, you
Yeah, but
can't
like
have guns though.
Canada's cold.
Yeah,
You can have
Australia.
shotguns.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah, but I want my AR, dude, and my pistols. Like, I gotta have that.
Do they allow those in
No, that
Canada?
Canada, yes, you can have firearms and whatever, but Australia, you cannot. I believe
See, that's the thing
something
is
along
I
the
gotta go
lines.
somewhere that's gonna feed my car addiction still.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Canada has a lot of American vehicles, so
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm down for
but
Canada.
Australia also has cool stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, we could always go to Japan and get the awesome cars.
Yeah, Japan's a little too cramped.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I mean,
But
it
anyway,
depends on where you go though. But I'm not about
so
to learn a new
yeah,
language.
I'm fuck that. No, I'm good. But however, you did say something about you wanted to talk about time travel that you had
Yes.
seen. Yeah.
So, I found this article. I think it was actually the night that we did the last podcast, but it was after we completed it. And it was this. There's a professor and some college. Well, yeah, it was a college professor and some scientist. I think they were talking that I don't know if they're saying that time travel is real or if they're saying that it can be. Like the way they had the words going, it was really scrambled. But so this professor and this scientist, they said that basically that time travel could happen, but the whole paradox ordeal where like if somebody were to go back in time to
And
try to fix
change
something or
something.
change
Yeah.
something, it won't change. It'll just change how like who caused it. So
Yeah.
they used for instance as an example, they used COVID-19. So if you were to try and go stop patient zero from getting it, you would become patient zero
Yeah.
because no matter what, history has a set path.
Yeah, and that's another reason on like the whole election thing. Like I thought back to that and I was like, you talk about that and it makes sense. Like history has a path and it's going to follow that no matter what. So whatever happens was going to happen in the first place.
Yep.
So I mean,
Yeah.
whatever does happen, and it also kind of like helps helps you like think about stuff like something happens in your life, whatever you can think, that was going to happen regardless of what I did. So you can think about it, learn from it, and move on. It's kind of like a life lesson or a life lesson to learn from that as
Yeah.
well. So that was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But yeah, I think the whole like because we all watch like Back to the Future and those movies are awesome. But like
By the way, all three of them are on Netflix right now.
oh, Bet. Oh, you're gonna have me watching all kinds of shit on Netflix, dude.
We can watch them tomorrow night.
My ass ain't staying up till 6 o'clock in the morning. I do have to work
Fine.
Saturday.
After we
Sad
get back
face.
from which, yeah, Saturday we are going to get Melman a vehicle.
Yes, I
So
get to purchase
I'll be
my
going
own
to stay at
vehicle.
his house. But yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll finally get you a vehicle.
yeah,
Um, still staying on the topic of the time travel.
yeah.
I saw another thing as well. It was a 911 call. Now, I'm not gonna say it's real, but it definitely sounds like it was a real call. It was in whole audio that it was on TikTok, so you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
Like you really don't.
yeah, you never know if it's
But
real or not.
the the operator definitely sounded like a very serious person and all that. So basically, what it was is this woman. She was at home, and she lives in a two-story house, I think, with a basement maybe or something. I don't know. But basically, what happened was she was downstairs. I think she said she was in her kitchen and she heard glass break, so she ran upstairs and hid and called 911. And the operator was like asking her all the questions, the usual, and telling her to like don't move, lock your door, hide. And she ended up getting really curious because she didn't hear anything else happen after the glass break. Like she heard glass break. So she opened her door and she looked down and she seen that her bathroom door was still closed because she said that that's where the sound definitely came from, was like the bathroom. So she thought maybe the window and somebody broke in. So
Hmm.
she ended up going downstairs, and she opens the door, and she looks like the first thing I guess she seen when she walked in was the mirror, and it was shattered to pieces. And she told the officer, and she's like, it was the mirror, like it shattered. And she ended up turning around, and then like she starts breathing really, really heavy, and the operator was like, "Ma'am, you need to calm down. Like, can you tell me what's happening?" And which one of the questions was, like the officer asked if she lived with anybody, and she said, "No, I live alone." And she ended up replying to the officer later, like after she had a little like, panic attack, that uh, she goes, "There's a man in the bathtub," and um, she said he was like bleeding out of his ears and stuff, and she was really looking at him. She started saying his name. I don't remember what his name was, and the officer ended up asking, "Do you know who it is?" And she says, "Yeah, it's my husband." And the officer asked, "Well, I thought you said you lived alone." And she said, "I do. My husband died in 2001."
That's fucking
But
creepy.
yeah, he's laying in their bathtub, and supposedly he's been dead since 2001.
That
I don't
is.
know. I don't know when the phone call was, but yeah, that's some no thank you.
Yeah. How do you even like explain that? Like how? I don't even know. Like if it's like some wormhole kind of shit or some time travel shit or
How it
whatever.
works
Like,
exactly.
yeah, because that's like some crazy ass story that nobody, number one, is going to believe you. It's hard to believe in the first place unless you're like people that like major conspiracy theorists like me and Buns are, because I mean we are we are all about that shit. Um, you remember that one time? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already
Ooh.
know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's some weird ass. I don't even know how to even begin to explain that. It's just some creepy shit.
It really is. And like with the whole time travel thing, like they were saying the reason why the paradox doesn't really work out is because, history has a set path and there has to be a reason for you in the future to go back in time. Like there has to be a reason for you to have done it.
Yeah, yeah, you were saying that like if say you wanted to go back and change like I I don't know like change something you did in high
Like the
school
assassination of
or
JFK or
like
something. Or
yeah,
yeah, maybe
not
even
not even something that big. It's just like you wanted to change something that you did in your life that you regret doing or something that you didn't do that you want to do. If you go back and try to change it, then you wouldn't have the want to go back and change it in the first place. So then it's just like it never happened. So it's like really
pretty
it's
much.
super weird to understand. I'm sure I said that totally wrong, but if you think about it, then you'll understand. If that makes any fucking sense at all. I'm sure I sound retarded right now, but
No, actually, uh, I have a pretty serious problem going on here in the house again.
oh god.
Yep, I was laying down. Um, was it last night or maybe the night before? And I was falling asleep, and I was like pretty much asleep, and then I kind of like felt something touch my hand, and it kind of like took me out of like my sleep state, but I wasn't really like realizing what happened at first. And
Yeah.
then, I have my Logitech G27 wheel, but when I'm not using it, I have it put on the floor, and the way it was sitting, it like flopped over all of a sudden after I get up, like wake up pretty much.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just like coincidence, but I genuinely don't think so
Well,
with what
well,
had happened before.
whenever I was there, and that computer I used to, that's my old computer that Buns uses now. But whenever we would go to sleep or we'd try to lay down or some shit, my computer, even if I turned it off, like I would power off the whole computer and it would turn on randomly. It was super creepy because I know 9 times out of 10 I actually turned it off and not put it in sleep mode. And I was just like super freaked out by the fact my computer would turn on and that Logitech steering wheel was plugged in and it would turn on and it would like calibrate itself and it'd turn and shit, and it freaked us out a lot of times. It was just super weird.
Yep.
Like your house is totally haunted, dude.
Oh yeah, like I walked in tonight back to get like because I came back from Jacob's. We've been carb swapping his extended cab,
Yeah,
and yeah, I walk in the door, and the first thing that happens is the broom falls over.
yeah, that shit's fucking creepy, dude. Oh, dude, we can talk
Yeah.
about that shit at Steiner's. What that the dude when we were like at randonauting when he
Oh
got
my
pushed
God,
off
yeah,
the
don't
fucking
don't. Oh,
trailer.
oh, we were when I went over there the other day. Actually, I was standing in his hallway, and you know that door at the very end of his
Yeah,
hallway.
the one that always moves and shit.
Yeah, the doorknob like shook. It like rattled, and then it kind of like opened,
Uh,
like it just popped the door.
yeah, fuck that his house. Like, what did we figure out the dude's name that like haunts that place or some shit? Like the dude
I
that we
don't
always
remember.
see or that you guys have seen out there standing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we haven't seen him lately, but
But
we
like
were
the when
using
you
a
did, yeah,
EMF. We were using an EMF the other night when we were working on my truck. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, do we want to do we want to tell the story about how Steiner was pushed off a trailer?
I don't know. Another time. I mean, we talked
Another
about
time?
stuff like
Okay.
that
Okay.
before.
It
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
very
Let's talk.
interesting
Let's
story,
talk about something
but
else.
well, maybe next podcast we'll talk about that.
Essentially, he flew 6 feet away from a trailer.
Yeah, essentially, and we watched. Yeah, anyway, we can't. I don't want to explain it right now. We'll talk about it in another podcast. But
Yep.
but I mean, like, what else? What else we got here? Let's segue into. Let's just. I got something for you.
Our Netflix series pretty good too. No, no, go for it.
Yeah, hang on. I got something for you. Okay, so just a few questions that were kind of going through my mind at work tonight. Um, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, so if you could, like be anybody else in history, who would it be and why? And not just for like money or fame or some shit, like some interesting, like if you went back and wanted to be like fucking, um, fuck, I don't know. My mind's wandering. But you get my question. Like if you wanted to be someone else, who would it be?
Genuinely, I would want to be like one of the like pioneers that came over.
Yes, I think that would be sick actually.
Like well, like during like you know the mid to late 1800s, like either before or after the Civil War,
Yeah,
because that was just a time where like
kind of like where a Netflix series is.
yeah, yeah, it's a lot like that, and it's just like I don't know, there was more freedom in that time. There was no law really.
Yeah.
Everybody did as they pleased, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be pretty cool to be riding around on horseback and stuff. And I feel like honestly, we're headed back that way.
Yeah, oh, here's something. Yeah, I feel like after I do this, I got something else for it. But um, I feel like if I wanted to be anybody else, man, I'd probably go back and like want to live probably around oh, what's that time? Probably I would love to go back and live in like and be like 18 years old in like the 60s. Like
Oh yeah, for
I feel
sure.
like that would be awesome because you get like 18 years old in the 60s, you're just like let's just say 65, the first kind of beginning of the years of like the muscle cars and all that shit, and you're like 18 years old. I feel like I feel like that would be awesome. I mean, just to see everything like America the way it was back then,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have all those cars that, if you think about it, when the '65 Mustang came out, um, everybody would probably be like, oh, that's a cool car. And today's world, it's like, that is a very wanted car. But back then, they're probably like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's a cool car. Everybody wanted it. They sold millions and millions of them, but nobody probably thought, hey, this car is going to be worth a lot of fucking money later on down the road.
Well,
Probably nobody thought that.
I mean, I, yeah. I mean, old cars will always have their value. And the
Because
thing is, I genuinely don't think new cars are gonna hold that
yeah,
because,
because
I
I was about
mean,
to say that
all
because
the
you
wiring.
you look at cars nowadays. I sure as hell don't think any of these cars that are made past 2005, let's just say, are gonna hold any value like the old 9 or the 60s, 70s, 80s cars did. Like they're not gonna hold value because they're not gonna survive. It's just all electronic shit, and it there's electronical problems on everything after, let's just say, 5 years. Everything just kind of starts going bad. You know, 20, 30 years from now, this
Yeah,
shit's not gonna run. So I mean,
yeah. And I
it
mean,
does it's not the
stuff's
same.
not built to last like it was.
Yeah, and as the years go by, those older cars that everybody cherishes, they're just going to get more and more expensive because more and more are just going to get wrecked, or people aren't into that car craze like me and you are, and your brother is, and Steiner. We're a car group, but I don't feel like the generation below us, or even most people around our age, is even interested in like the car scene. It's just like dwindling down, and
Oh
there's
yeah,
like not a
without
lot
a
of
doubt.
people. There's not a lot of people there. But I mean, the people who are there are very into it, and it's super fun to be into. I mean, I really enjoy. You know, I might waste money, which I have a lot of money on vehicles that will never run in my life, or that have totally just a pile of
Well, I
trash.
mean, the, I'd rather it be going into that than drugs or something stupid
Yeah,
like that.
but that's another thing.
Ooh, the state of Oregon
Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh my
decriminalizing
God.
meth, heroin, and other street drugs.
How and why did they pass that? Mostly how. Not even why, but just how. Like how do you
Um,
how what goes through someone's mind when they think it's a good idea to decriminalize heroin and meth and the hardest drugs there are? Like how
hey, look, I'm gonna just let it happen. Maybe all the people here,
we'll go
all the meth
there.
heads in our town, will go there instead.
Yo, there wouldn't be anybody here, bro.
Yeah, our town would be dead.
Our town would lose like half its population.
I'm pretty sure all the state of Missouri consists of is meth.
Yo, it's for real though. Like, it's mostly our town. It's like fucking bad. Like, you can, like, where I live, I have a balcony that me and Buns and his brother will sit and just look outside it. And every couple hours, you'll see a crackhead walk up and down the road, or you'll see somebody get pulled over, or you just see that shit. It's just a hourly on the daily thing. You just see some crackhead or some homeless person or some shit walking out in front. I
Oh
mean, like,
yeah.
it's I feel bad for some of the homeless people. Like, that old guy that was standing out there the four-way out over by Walmart.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad for that guy because he was super old, and he was out there every
Yeah.
day with his sign, and I just felt super bad for the dude. Like, I feel bad for old people when
I
they
wonder whatever happened to him. I
I
haven't
don't know, I
seen
haven't seen
him
him.
anymore.
I haven't seen him.
I don't know. I hope he got a job.
Yeah, me too.
Really
And
do.
some people probably, whenever you see shit like that, they're probably like, "Go get a job, go apply." Well, some people can't. So you never know what somebody's situation is, and
I mean, even if you do apply, it's like if you come in because you're homeless and like you're
yeah, and
stinking
you
and you don't have clean
stink,
clothes, they're
and
not gonna because you're homeless. You have no way to clean yourself. You have no
yeah,
money to do it. A lot of jobs are just gonna shove you out the door.
yeah. Well, nobody thinks about that kind of stuff
They
either.
won't give you the
They look
chance.
at you. They don't give you a chance. They just look at you, see you're homeless, and then throw you out the door. They don't think about what your situation is. Nothing like that. And yeah. I mean, that's just how it usually goes. I'm sure that's everywhere though.
Yep.
But what else are you gonna talk about?
Oh, so as we talked about election day being all stressful and such,
Yeah.
uh, on election day itself, I woke up in probably one of the most god awful moods, and I was stressed. I was hungry. We went to the ballot, like the polls, and we did
Voted. Did your part.
like yeah, we voted, and we drove my car there. Me and my brother did because afterwards we had to go over to my dad's so we could mulch the yard for him before he got back from Florida and our grandma, and then went there and and right in front of them, which they are very religious people. I dropped the F right in, dude. She gave me the most horrendous
wait,
stare.
wait. How did it go? Like, why'd you say it? Like,
Okay, so we were gonna go to Mountain View to get food, and um, our grandma was like, "Well, we can buy you food or whatever," and I just say, "I'm effing starving."
oh my god, that's fucking perfect.
Yeah, she never brought it up though.
Dude, I can just imagine the look on her face.
Oh, dude, Taylor, like I wasn't even looking towards her, but Taylor said it was hilarious.
That's fucking great, dude. Oh my god. That's
It's okay.
hilarious.
It's okay. She says shit all the time. So, like, we have a giant rat that we're trying to catch in the
Oh my
house.
god, of
Oh,
course.
dude.
Hey, at least it's not a fucking snake.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
it's
yeah.
winter time now,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
we went from the snakes to the rats.
Yeah, no. The fucking oh dude. Have I talked about the snake in my toilet on here?
No, you have not.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, so um from where I live now, I have Buns will agree with me that I've kind of moved up in my own life from what I used to live and what I used to.
That's more than kind of.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah. But where I used to live, the house is like probably 98 years old, 99 years old, almost 100 years old. It was my great grandma's house. I was renting it from my grandma. They own all that land, and this house is just, for the lack of better terms, disgusting.
Clapped.
Clapped. Disgusting. It's a trap house, in other words. Um,
It
I
was.
I
It was our
threw
hype
it was
house.
our hype house, trap house. I threw a lot of parties there when I was younger. I've had
Over
I've
100
yeah,
people
I've
in
had
a
over a
in
hundred
essentially a
people in a
two
three.
bedroom.
Yeah, it's essentially a two bedroom, but it was a air quote 3 bedroom, one bathroom house, and it's old as shit, and it's just old. But anyway, I had I was living up here, and I had to go back because I finally got the approved for my apartment, and we all went back to grab some stuff out of there because I had left it there, and walk in the door, and it just smelled like mold and mildew, and this was back whenever it was still warm and hot, um, so it was and there's no central air conditioning in that house. It was window units that had been shut off, so it's just groggy, muggy air, stagnant air in that house. And me and Buns and his brother all went down and started packing up the couches and stuff. And yeah, I trust me, I did clean them. I did clean the shit. Um, Wiped it down with like probably a whole can of Lysol. But well, we got everything out the first time that I wanted to get out, and we go back for a second time, or I did. I went back for a second time to get my final few things, and I had to go. I had to piss, so I opened the bathroom and I looked in the toilet, and it looked like someone had left a turd in the toilet. I took another step closer, and there is a 6 foot long black snake coiled up in the toilet, staring me down. And my dick is out. Like I was full ready to go piss. My dick is hanging. I am holding
Two
my dick.
snakes staring each
There's
other in
two.
the eye.
There's two snakes just having a stare down, and I freeze. I froze. I didn't know what to do, and I could like I was staring at it, and it was like it wasn't hissing, but it was like you know sticking its tongue out at me and shit, and I was like uh, and my sister was over there, so very slowly put my wiener back in my pants, and I was like sister, and she's like what? I was like come here. I did not take eyes off of this snake because it's just looking at me. And she walks in there and she immediately flips shit. There was no like I was trying to be calm and she walks up in there flipping shit. She's like, "Oh my god, there's a fucking snake in the toilet." I was like, "Okay, well, thanks for making it
Pointing out the obvious.
pointing out the obvious." Yeah, thanks, sis. So what I did was so stupid. So I got the plunger and the toilet seat was down. So what I did was I took the plunger and lifted the toilet seat up from as far away as humanly possible, reaching out with my arm, lifted it up, put it back, and it like scared the snake, and he was like moving around. And then I grew I grew a pair of balls or some shit, and I went over there and I shoved this fucking toilet plunger onto the snake, and I started plunging the snake. And I just started, I kept plunging. So anyway, I started plunging, and so I am plunging this black snake in my toilet, and I can see like the plunger didn't cover the whole snake because it was a big ass snake. I got his head into the plunger, and I just started plunging, and in that time he turned around and started to go back down the piping of the toilet itself. And after he went back down there, I moved the plunger, and he was gone. So I was like, he's still there. He's in there. So I flushed the toilet, and it's like it's blocked halfway because you could tell because the water wasn't going down like it should. I was like, oh yeah, he's still in there. So I took the plunger again and started plunging some more. and and so I'm
I
like 3 minutes later of plunging this snake out of my toilet. Um, you know how they're saying there's a brown snake playing peekaboo with your butthole. Well, there's a black snake playing peekaboo with my penis. And so anyway, I do that for a few minutes.
sword fight.
Yeah, it's a sword fight. And finally, I stop. I put the plunger back, and I'm very like I'm like looking at it, I'm like double taking the toilet because I had to take a shower because I wasn't gonna go anywhere else because nobody else was home, like at my mom's or anything, so I couldn't go over there. And so I was like, okay, I need to take a shower. So I took a shower, and the whole time I had the curtain open, looking, looking at the toilet. And sure
Waiting.
enough, as soon as I put soap in my hair, I put soap in my hair, started washing my hair. I rinsed out the soap out of my hair, looked again, and only his head is sticking out of the water looking at me. I was like, bro, that snake turned around in that pipe and came back. And he was just looking at.
How?
I don't
Just
I don't fucking
how?
know. I don't fucking know. So anyway, I hop out of the shower drenched in water. I still have soap in my hair, it's running down my body. I grab the plunger, I start plunging again. and there's just water everywhere at this point. I didn't give a
Just
shit.
trying to shove this thing into the septic tank.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it in this like down far enough where the toilet would flush all the way. But so anyway, get that. I finally turn the water off and I dry off after the snake's not there, and I I find an old pair of like ripped up underwear, and and I shove it in the hole of the toilet. I
You
shoved
know, if you don't want it to come back up, you always just gotta block it.
so I shoved this pair of underwear into the toilet hole to keep the snake from coming back up because I had to stay there that night because I had to wait till the next day to pack up the remaining stuff and take it to my apartment because that would be the first day I could move in actually. And so fucking I slept with caution the whole night. I would like wake up every like couple hours and like look around my floor before I got out of bed, and then I'd like fucking
You're just waiting to wake up with a
yeah.
snake laying next to you.
Yeah, I was waiting to wake up with a fucking snake like wrapped around my neck or some shit. But no, it was super like it was scary, but it was like super weird that I've never had that happen before. So there's my snake in a toilet story. It was so
It's my snake
stupid,
in a toilet.
right? Got a black snake playing peekaboo with my toilet.
Like I said, it was like a show off between who has the bigger snake.
I won.
Oh, that's some confidence.
Hey, do you see the snake anymore?
Yeah, you gotta prove your dominance with
I
whoever has the
asserted
bigger
my
snake.
dominance.
Yeah,
The giraffe asserted his long neck dominance.
I feel like a bathroom might not be the right place to be doing that though.
Probably the fuck not.
And especially when you're battling with a toilet.
I wasn't battling with a toilet. I was battling with a fucking 6 foot long black snake.
Yeah, but
The
if you
toilet
really
was
think about
just
it,
his
it
safety
was a
hole.
competition between you and the toilet. Who has the bigger snake?
Okay, yeah, you're right. Because the snake. Okay, yeah, I get it now. I'm retarded. Oh my god, dude. That's some dumb shit. Also
Yeah.
on the note of that house, they just tore down the milk barn. You remember the milk barn behind the house over
I
there?
seen that. I
Yeah.
yeah, I seen that.
Very emotional for my grandparents because they grew up in that house milking cows and stuff like that. Yes, I am from the South. That's a thing. um,
We both are.
yeah, but like I'm sure some people are like, "Ew, you guys actually that's a thing? You milk cows?" Like, yeah, that's a thing. But
So like grocery store don't make it.
no, the grocery store don't make it, dude. But yeah, they grew up there, so there was a lot of memories there for them to tear that to the even for me actually, because I used to be in the house that had the snake in it when my great grandma lived there and babysat me whenever it was summertime. A lot of good memories over there. But yeah, they got the tool shed where all those tires were, and the milk barn tore down, and then the other one that was holding the trailer where the welder was, they tore all that one down too. They're getting
Oh,
prepared.
really?
Yeah, they're getting prepared to build their retirement home, the last home they'll ever live in. So they're excited
It's
about
only
that.
like the fifth home they'll ever build.
No, that's only the third that they've built, because they built the brick
Okay.
house that I used to live in. They built the one they're in now, and
April's
then
house,
they're
right?
yeah, the one I used to live in, and then now they're building this one. So yeah, that'll be the last house they live in, and that way that's their retirement homestead, I guess. Building a log cabin. It's gonna be pretty sick, actually.
Uh, that's like a goal is
Yeah,
a log
goals.
cabin
Log cabin is actual goals within a real fireplace. Real goals,
next to a lake or something.
bro. Move to Canada.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I'm so down.
No, seriously,
Stood.
I am actually down to move to Canada. It's just my daughter.
I am too. It's
I
okay.
can't. I
We can
can't.
fly in occasionally.
I can't. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't leave my daughter, but um. Anyway, we Oh man. Okay, your boy's meds is kicking in faster than I thought it would. This is good.
Oh, jeez.
See, welcome to the last 20 minutes of the podcast where the giraffe loses his fucking mind and says some dumb
Yeah, this
shit.
ought to get good.
Yeah. Okay, so I
This ought to
have
get
I
real
have
good.
another segue. Okay, so we all know how The Simpsons predicts everything.
Yeah, let's not talk about this.
No, we're gonna talk about it. So, did you see what they recently predicted?
The end of the world.
Not necessarily, but more like the end of this country. But yeah. Um, so if you guys go and look it up,
Basically, gonna be civil war.
what they predict here. Let me get to it. I've got it on up on YouTube right now. So basically, they kind of they're doing like the ballots. Basically, this election, they predict this election. Biden wins, and then and it cuts to like a scene from like February 21st, 2021, and it's just mass chaos. There's a civil war going on and all that shit. So it's like the demise of the United States, essentially.
I mean, the thing is, what can you really expect? The country is almost 250 years old, and that's about as long as a civilization or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
civilization usually
Aren't you the
lasts.
one that sent that to the group, or did I see that from somebody else?
That was me who sent it.
Was it? Okay. Yeah, and what did it say? It was something along the lines of like not civilizations, but countries fall after 250 years or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yep.
And
And we're at like
205
240, like five or
because it
something.
was
Yeah.
2025 would be 250 years. But I feel like we're not going to make it
Yeah.
250 years. We're going to make it 246 years.
Give or take some.
Yeah. I mean, give or take, we'll see what happens. But it freaks me out that they predict a lot of shit and it's like spot on accurate. I swear to God, they're time travelers. Back to the time travel shit, but
Yeah.
I
I'm a
swear to
little.
God, somebody from The Simpsons
Yeah.
is a time traveler.
I won't lie. I'm concerned because 2020 alone has been one of the worst years of my life.
Not even one of. It is. Well, I
True.
mean, actually, I don't know. Like, yeah, this year's
No,
been
I can definitely
bad, but like for
true
me
for sure.
specifically, I don't think it's the worst year for me specifically.
No, definitely
Because
not for you.
you know, I've had some pretty bad years, but um, I don't think it's the worst for me specifically. But regardless, as a whole, this year sucks cock.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't care who ends up as president, but as soon as I see something starting to happen,
And you can,
regardless
yeah,
of who is president
and
and
we
who
can do
starts it,
something about it. Yeah,
yeah, I'm leaving before I can't.
yeah, yeah. Before they like close down borders and shit like that, where you can't. Um, but now what I am doing is my ass gonna go get me another couple guns. You think I'm fucking kidding?
Dude, okay, I straight up, all I want for Christmas, right, is a
Yeah.
6 shooter.
Hmm.
I don't want no Glock.
Maybe I can make that happen. Actually, I would love a revolver, dude. I want a 6 shooter. That'd be dope.
Dude, for real. Well, the thing is, the revolver just fits what my outfits, anyways.
Yeah, with that mullet.
The freaking the mullet, the jeans,
Dude, the
the
mullet
cowboy
with a
boot,
fucking 6 shooter. That is the most iconic thing I can think of.
and and the mustache too,
It's
dude.
just like Joe Dirt had a 6 shooter.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. And I'm always wearing a vest.
Yeah, no, you are though. It's yeah, yeah, you Joe Dirt with a 6 shooter. That's
I want a 6 shooter, that's for sure.
they're expensive though, for actual six
I
shooters like old
know.
schools. Like, I mean, I want a Glock that can hold 17 rounds, but put all the
If you
lead
need
down
17
range,
rounds, you're not a good enough aim.
bitch. That's like you sound like a liberal. You don't need 30 rounds to hunt. Bitch, fuck you. I will
I'm
take
not
my 30
saying
round
that.
mag.
I want, dude, I 100% respect drum magazines. Like those should be legal.
Yo,
But
yeah, 55 round drum magazines, bro. I don't need the full auto if I got 55 rounds and I don't have to reload.
yeah, exactly. You'll be fine.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, have you seen the pistol that you can get? I think it's for a Glock. You can get a drum mag. It's a
Oh
dual
wait, wait,
drum.
wait, yeah.
You,
Yeah, hang on, let me look it up. Let me look it up. Yes. Oh my god. It's the hang on, what is this one? Yeah, 9 millimeter 50 RD drum mag for
it's
Glock.
freaking retarded, but I love it.
They have
It's the
like the
most American
singular.
thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they have like the singular drum. Oh god. Bless. Yeah.
Yep.
And then they also have like the dual drum, like there's one on both sides for Glocks, and it's probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's the most American thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I like it. Where's that one? Yeah, yeah, that's pretty sick. Um, on the gun topic though, I love talking about guns.
So what?
If you could get any gun without, and you don't say the Barrett 50 cal or the Deagle, but if you could just have any gun, what would you have?
Please tell me limitations of what gun means.
Um, okay, so no miniguns. No, and I like it does not shoot our rocket propelled grenades. And it does not shoot grenade. It's not a grenade launcher, so none of that shit. I'm talking like a pistol or like an AR or like you can even go kind of old school with like a Mosin or what was the other one? The one that with the stripper clip.
An M1 Garand.
M1 Garand. Yeah. What would you pick and why?
You know, let's see here. Now, um, out of like on the topic of no full auto, like just kind of
Yeah,
like
just
simple rifles.
something legal that you can own. With everything, even with nowadays, yeah, you can own drum mags and stuff, but
I
just
would
something simple
probably,
legal that you could own.
I really, really would like a Scar.
Those things are sick. I would
Yeah,
love one.
yeah, yeah.
Now, the Scar H or the Scar L? There's two. The
Scar
one from
H
Black
for
Ops,
sure.
the Scar from Black Ops.
Yeah, the Scar
That one.
H, dude.
Yeah, the
The
Scar
Scar
H.
H. I know the Scar H, bro.
There's also the L, the I guess they call it the L Scar, but it's a Scar L. But there's also the FN Scar, like the FN FAL, the FN fail.
Yeah.
They also
The
make an FN
Yeah,
Scar.
the FN fail sucks, dude.
Dude, the FN fail. I swear to God. Yeah, let me look. Fail.
How much can you even get one of those for?
Oh, an FN FAL. Hang on a second. I'm looking. I'm actually. Let me look. Let's first start off with the Scar H. Let's see here. Okay, so this is the FN Scar, which is the Scar H. Essentially, it's just a newer version of it. Um, and you can pick one up for the low price of $3,569. Are you
Wait,
just
did you say 3,900?
$3,569
Oh my God.
for an FN Scar 17S? That is the newest Scar H, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I'm
it's
used to like
sick.
$700 ARs and like
Yeah, no,
$200
okay, yeah,
12
okay.
gauge
So
shotguns.
compare this, basically $3,600 to let's just go with the M4, the M4A1. Um, that's what the military uses is the M4.
Don't they? Well, they also use the M16, don't they?
Not a lot. Not everybody uses it though. They kind of upgraded to the M4 because it was it's still cheap, but it's more
I
upgradable and stuff like
I
that.
remember, yeah, I remember on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the M4A1 is what I always used with a grenade
Dude,
launcher attachment.
and nowadays everybody's like, "Oh, you use the M4, you're a fucking noob." Like, go fuck yourself. That gun's
Dude, I
awesome.
was a god with that gun.
You know what? I got really good with what was that sniper rifle? Shit.
Was it the Dragunov?
No, that thing sucked. The Russian Dragunov? No, I hate that damn thing.
Yeah, everybody hates the Dragunov. Was it the little
Um,
like short bullpup, like kind of?
it
Oh,
was a
yeah,
bolty, but it was a bullpup bolty.
yeah. Was it like a little tiny, like it was real short barrel and everything?
Yeah,
Or I'm thinking,
it
hold
was a
on.
shorter one.
Okay, yeah, because I remember, yeah, this one sniper rifle that was really odd, and you could pick it up in one of the co-op missions because you're like when you're sneaking around, like it's a real quiet one. And yeah, I remember picking it up, and it's got like, I don't remember if it's because the scope was absolutely massive, but I'm pretty sure it's because it had a short barrel, which you wouldn't really expect to be a good idea for a sniper.
Yeah, I'm going kind of
Because
back
you
to
need,
the. Hang on, what's the Black Ops where they're the guns are named like what they're supposed to be?
I don't think there's a Black Ops where that
No,
does
it's not
exist.
Black Ops. The Call of Duty. There's a Call of Duty that they use like actual weapons, and it's not
Modern Warfare 2 was one of them.
Modern War. Yeah, let's go back to Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, let's go back to this because I want to
Because
look
yeah,
at
Modern
this
Warfare
weapons
2,
list.
there was M4A1, there was
Okay, so
they
you got the
it was literally,
FAMAS, the M4A1, the Scar H,
yeah,
the TAR 21 was the bullpup rifle, the F2000, the ACR, the M16A4, the FN Fail, the AK-47, the MP5K, the UMP45, the Vector, the P90, the Mini Uzi, the L86, LSW, the RPD, the AUG, the MG4, the MG240, and then you get your sniper. Oh, the intervention. That's what it is. That's what I was looking for.
I'm pretty
The
sure that was the
intervention.
50 cal.
No, there's the Barrett 50 cal, and then the intervention
Or is
shot.
it,
What did the intervention shoot?
so the intervention is probably a 308, if I had to guess.
Intervention Marker 2. I think it shot 308. Intervention. I'm like uh, curious as to what it shoots. Oh, it's an intervention M200. That's what it is. Yeah. Let's look at this. Holy mother of God.
What is it? Is it a 7 mil?
Whew, hang on. Oh, there's different calibers. So you can shoot 375, which is what is that? What would that be? You can shoot 408 or 375s. Like that's the calibers that you can choose from for
Holy
it.
crap. I was expecting it to be like a 308.
But no, it's a 408.
Okay.
Guess the price of an M200 intervention sniper rifle with the scope.
Probably like 10,000.
You're close.
Oh, really?
You are close.
Oh, look at me go.
Let's try 12.5 for
12.5. Okay.
one. Fucking one. I'm pretty sure the
I will
Barrett
stick to my
50
cheap.
cal is cheaper than that.
Uh, I don't know about that.
I'm looking.
Don't you have to have like a permit to own a 50 cal though, or did they end up changing that?
No, they changed that. Where you at? Give me.
'Cause
Yep,
I don't know. I
it is
remember
cheaper.
being like back in school, a 50 cal is cheaper.
8,800. $8,800 for
Yeah,
a
but I mean,
fully kitted with 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 a scope and the tripod for $8,800.
see, but here's the thing: you're gonna make up the difference in hospital bills for your shoulder.
Yeah, dude. Um, before yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Let's talk about the deagle. We all know
Ooh,
the
dude, I would open carry one of those. You got me twisted.
it's so
Uh,
unconventional to carry, but
isn't it?
it's
Isn't
just
it?
it
Yeah,
strikes fear.
isn't it
It's
like 12 pounds or something like that?
hang on, let me.
It's
Okay,
something
so
retarded.
the AE in the Desert Eagle 50 AE means Action Express, which means it's expressly going to go through your neighbor's refrigerator to kill the intruder. Which is the
Yeah,
name for the gas-powered mechanism in the Desert Eagle that allows it to shoot the enormous 50 caliber bullets. Um, let's see here. Da, 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 da.
I know that it's like stupidly heavy too, though. Like if you wore that on a holster, your pants would be falling down.
Oh yeah. Okay, right here. Specifications for the Desert Eagle. The mass. Um, the Mark 19 weighs 4.4 pounds.
Okay, yeah, I
The
was way off.
Yeah, it weighs like it basically weighs 5 pounds. It's like a brick. You're holding a brick.
Still, yeah, that's equivalent to a brick.
Um, let's see here, more rows. Okay, it was designed from 79 to 82. In It's actually an Israel weapon industry. It's from the Israel military. Is the 50 cal. Right here, the Mark. Yeah, 4.2 pounds was the heaviest it was, or I'm sorry, 4.4 was the heaviest, with a
You're essentially
10.7
carrying.
inch barrel, almost a foot long
Yeah, see,
barrel.
I want to clarify something real quick. You're essentially carrying half a gallon of water on your hip.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the cartridges. Out of everything that you either can order pre or kind of like specifically order, you can order the 50 Action Express, which is the largest. You can order the 44 Magnum, the 440 Corbon. I don't even know what that is, but it looks sick. The 429 DE, which has a 25% increase in velocity than the Action Express, or the 41 Magnum, the 357 Magnum, and then the uh, let's see here. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's a six shooter. Okay, I would get a 357 Dirty Harry edition in a heartbeat if I had one
Yes,
given to me.
dude,
The
357
freaking
Dirty Harry,
massive
bro.
barrel. The only problem is, say a place is getting robbed, and the time it takes you to pull that barrel out of your holster, the robbery's over.
Uh huh. Holy shit. So normal pistols, like their maximum firing range is probably somewhere around 100 yards.
Right.
This thing's maximum firing range is 220 yards. Like, uh,
Um, that's like 1 7/8 of a football field. So,
well, that's 2 and 2/10 of a football field.
well, a football field 120 yards.
No, a football field's 100 yards if you. Oh well, I guess you count the end zones. Yeah,
Yeah, end zone to end zone.
yeah, true. Okay. Um, Well, that's
I mean,
that's a
if
long
you
ways
really
for a
think about it,
pistol.
that's a good distance.
For a pistol,
Yeah, for a
yeah.
pistol, that is.
And it still
It's
it
all.
still has like at that range it will still kill somebody. Is what it's saying. Like that's like the
Yeah, and
maximum lethal range. Um,
keep in mind that it's gonna go half that distance behind you as well
yeah,
when you when you fire it.
yeah. You're gonna go 10 foot backward. It's gonna go 220 yards in front of you. Like,
Yeah,
I would love to have one of these, but they cost somewhere around $2,500.
that's how you get carpal tunnel in a day
Oh
and
yeah.
arthritis. Maybe break your wrists if you're not careful.
Hey, you
And
know
yeah,
old Mister Reliable. You know what I'm
you
talking
know what
about?
all reliable is.
You know what old Reliable is? You tell me.
I don't know. You'll have to tell
Yeah,
me.
tell me
All
what old
reliable.
Reliable is.
See, my old reliable is just a 12 gauge shoddy.
Ah, no, I'm talking about two-time champion World War, the Colt 1911.
How about a trench gun?
Yo, bro, I slayed ass with one of those. Oh my god, dude, I would slay so much ass with a fucking trench gun. My god,
Just think about it.
we're just
We
over an
made such a
hour.
lethal weapon that the opposing team complained about it. They're like, "That's not fair."
Okay, right here, right here. Let's delve into this history a little bit. This is gonna be a little bit longer podcast than usual, but it's okay. Um, so the Winchester Model 1897, or also known as the trench gun, pump action shotgun with an external hammer and tube magazine, manufactured by the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. From 1897 until 1957, over 1 million of these shotguns were produced. Six. Oh my God! They came chambered in 12 and 16 gauge. Had a standard barrel 28 inches and 30 inches for the 12 gauges. Holy mother of
Wow.
God! Yeah,
So almost a 3 foot barrel.
yeah. Holy shit! Service history in service 1897 to present. Who the fuck still uses this thing?
It's a good question.
It even shows the wars it was used in. The Philippine American
I'm
War,
sure
the
every
Mexican American Border War, the World War One, Irish War of Independence, World War Two, the Korean War, and Vietnam.
wow. So they're still not using it. It's just they're still being produced.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
You know what? One rifle I would really love to have is like, um, so my dad has a 357 lever action,
Yes.
but I would really love to have a Winchester, like the OG Winchester repeater.
Yo, the repeaters, this shit's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, something I want is an M1 Garand with the stripper clips. I
Yes.
would shoot it
God,
just to hear
yes.
the ting. Like that noise is so iconic. It's just great.
It really is.
Oh wow, you can actually from the bottom up pick like a stock handguard, a barrel, and your innards, your accessories for to build your own M1 Garand.
Oh wow.
That's pretty
I'm sure
sick.
it's not cheap though. It's probably like 20,000.
Hey, Lieutenant General George S. Patton. In my opinion, the M1 rifle is the greatest battle implement ever devised. Which it
Now we'll just go
was.
back to muskets
Yeah, dude, let's go back to fucking dude. The
and flintlock
blunderbuss,
pistols.
blunderbuss.
Oh, dude. Yeah, because who needs bullets?
Who needs bullets when you can shoot forks at each other?
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're in a bind. As long as you get some gunpowder, just shove some rocks and dirt in there. It'll hurt.
Yeah. Damn. Oh my
I remember
god.
running around on Red Dead Redemption, the blunderbuss.
Yes, dude. I used to run around with a blunderbuss on fuck. Yeah, whatever. Takeo used to play. I'm retarded. Battlefront, Battleground, You know what I mean.
Battlefield.
Battlefield. There you go. See, wrong. No, I'm retarded.
Which
It's
one?
Battlefield 5 or
It was,
Battlefield World at War. Not World at War, but Battlefield. The one whenever they were like in old times, like that. It was a newer Battlefield.
I think that's Battlefield 5.
Yeah, Battlefield
Or
5.
no, I think they called it they called it Battlefield 1
Yeah. Battlefield 1. That's the one because they had the
because
trench
it
gun
was
in there
World
too.
War 1
Yeah, they had the
or
trench gun and shit.
whatever.
Dude, that trench gun lays
Yeah.
people out.
Yeah, it does.
Sadly, we have to end this podcast, even though I want to keep going. Like, there's so much to talk about.
Uh,
But sadly, must end the podcast.
Sad.
Do you want to end it since I started it?
Yeah, sure. Well, you guys know where to find me, Butterbuns Gaming on YouTube. Don't forget to, like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Also, we have a secret that we haven't decided on telling you guys yet, but it might come. But
Big
thank you for
secrets.
watching. Yeah,
Big secrets.
big secret. It's an old
Also,
secret
yeah,
though. It
old
was
secret,
before this.
old secret, big
It was
secret. Might tell
before
you
this
guys.
stuff ever started.
Yes. But we will debate, and you guys will know by next podcast. But anyway, from me, Long Neck Gaming, and my good buddy, Butterbuns Gaming, hope you guys enjoyed this tangent of our minds. And I hope you tune in next time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to y'all next time. Peace.